good afternoon to all. We're here at the Docklands Stadium. You join us for this one-day match between Australia and India. I'm Adam Gilchrist, and with me in commentary today is Michael Atherton, Mel Jones, and the one...
Wins the toss and decides to bowl first here. The home captain obviously thinking they've got a good grasp of the conditions.
These two teams always produce some great games as we see some of the key players come out onto the ground. It's a fantastic crowd in today. It's an evenly poised matchup. Let's see what happens first ball. Okay, everything looks set to get this match underway. I think the new ball will get some movement, and the openers are going to have to be wary of that. Played down the wrong line of the ball on the first ball.
Well, that was just an awesome delivery. Whizzed past the batter, and the umpire says that's the first of two.
On that nicely, good defence.
There really is a good amount of bounce in this pitch. Seems to be surprising the bowler. That's all the short stuff for this over.
Lovely cover drive, but straight to the extra cover fielder. No, terrible shot. That's the over. India are 4 for none.
End of the first, not many runs off it. A good start by the bowlers.
The right-arm medium bowler is coming on to bowl from the southern end. Late cut, straight to the fielder.
A lovely shorter ball, just keeping them honest. Still got a chance to use another one this over. That was a tremendous delivery. Fizzed through to the keeper. No more short balls this over.
Head over the ball. Great shot. That's racing away.
You can't fault the bowling. Sometimes your opponent is just too good. Wonderful front foot shot, and there was no point chasing that.
Good contest here at the moment. 4 off the last ball. It'll be interesting to see how the bowler can respond. ticking the scoreboard over really nicely at the moment. Edged it. End of the over. 9 runs coming from it. India, a 13 for none. Stark from the Lockett end.
Well, that was just an awesome delivery. Whiz past the batter, and the umpire says that's the first of 2. Bit of pace and bounce in this pitch on show. Stark even looks surprised. That's all the short stuff for this over.
The batter's made a bit of a meal of that delivery. Oh, that's a great shot early on, wide of cover, and that'll give him a bit of confidence early on. May pull up short of the boundary though.
Brilliant shot. You couldn't hope to hit it any better than that. It's raced away to the boundary.
End of the over. 6 off it. India, a 19 for none. Straight drive, mid-off will cut that one off.
Now that's a difficult shot to get right. Straight back at the bowler with a lot of pace, and the covering fielder had no chance. That showed great skill, lovely timing. The boundary was the only place that ball was heading.
Beats the outside edge. Good bowling there. Misses everything. Edged. Time to follow up after such a great delivery. Pitch it on a length is obviously the way to go. Wow, that's missed a lot. End of the over. 4 off it. India, a 23 for none.
Would have expected a bit more aggression that over. The run rate hasn't really gone up. Need to capitalise on their time at the crease now.
Oh, that's hit them at pace. That looked painful. Just got to follow up that last delivery. Found the edge, but no reward, but putting pressure on the batter. Top edge and just over the keeper. Might have been a little bit late reacting, but the ball runs away to the rope.
Well, didn't time that at all, but managed to get it away to the boundary.
Really wound up for that. Ball seemed to come onto the bat quicker than he thought.
That is a masterclass of batting. Reads the length, gets forward, and dispatches it to the boundary.
I'd like to see them just aim for the top of off now. As a bowler, you've got to make them play on your terms. Nearly gets the edge. Stuck. With a great delivery there. Stark will be pleased with their work in that over. Kept the batters under pressure very, very well. It's something they do so well. On that nicely, good defence. Drive straight down the ground, mid-on will collect that one though.
This is a masterclass of batting. Reads the length, gets forward, dispatches it to the boundary.
That last ball isn't something you want to repeat of. You don't want to be giving away easy runs.
That was a brilliant boundary, really well timed, and now starting to score quickly. That was a really solid shot. Read the length early, got onto the front foot, and it raced away for 4.
Go through it. It's high in the air. Fielder coming around, but it looks like it'll carry.
The timing on that was just fantastic. Straight back at the bowler and raced away for 4.
Getting nicely settled at the crease now. Would have to be very happy with that last shot. Well, that was a struggle, getting smacked all over the park. Agar, the left armour, is the new bowler from the Lockett end. Dug that out well. That's another defensive stroke. With every block shot, the fielding side must be feeling more and more relaxed. Winds up but misses. Looks like they went a bit too early on that shot. Nice solid defensive shot. Gone! Oh, well, that's a bit unlucky.
A fluent innings undone by a decent delivery. A good wicket to get at a good time.
Coming to the wicket, they'll be looking to play within the V early and expand as they get settled. Cummins from the southern end. Oh, great shot.
You can't hit the ball much better than that. Timed it to perfection.
Always difficult to focus after what happened last ball, but you just got to stay positive and believe the wicket's going to come. Can't get that outside the ring field. Needs to be on target. Someone different now to bowl at. Brings a different set of problems. I feel it's just a matter of pitching the ball up and getting them onto the front foot. Head over the ball. Great shot. That's racing away.
Errs on the side of bowling slightly fuller, and they've been put away.
Smith, I don't think, will be too happy with their bowler at the moment. Cummins over pitches and pays the price. Great shot by the batter. That could be 4.
You just can't hit it any better than that. Beautiful shot. No chance at all for the fielders.
Don't need to do anything special. Line and length is the key here. Over the infield with a cracking shot. Really playing all their shots that over. Very expensive. On that nicely, good defence. That's the over. India are 63 for 1. Cummins has kept the pressure on in this over. Just needs to maintain the momentum going forwards.
Decent start, steady run rates. Big over coming up though to finish off the power play.
Agar from the Lockett end. Edged. Bowling fielders look really confident. Didn't time it at all and mid-on with an easy catch.
Well, this is a fantastic wicket. Kept the runs down, really didn't get settled and looked to be in trouble for most of the knock.
With the fall of that wicket, the new batter comes charging out to the crease. They're quick to take guard and face up. Perfectly timed. Drilled that one away. Five runs added in that over. India 73 for 2.
It's been a bit of a battle finding some big overs, but they worked the ball around nicely.
The right armour is coming on to bowl from the southern end. Crash! Beautiful bowling.
Well, the end of a productive innings. It didn't quite ignite into fireworks as we would have hoped, but still solid work.
A difficult period as they come to the wicket. They'll take plenty of time to settle themselves in before facing their first ball. Huge edge. That's fine work by these two, putting the pressure back onto the fielders. Time to keep the pressure on now. Great ball, that last one, to find the edge. It's just a case of finding the same spot. Zampa finishes an economical over and walks away with a wicket, which was fully deserved. Great shot, pulled straight to backward square leg though. Massive outside edge. Let's just see if they can get that ball up into the slot as before. It's so crucial. You've got to follow up that last delivery and keep the batter under pressure. Big edge. Things have been kept relatively quiet here. Another good over comes to an end.
Runs have been at a premium this middle portion of the match.
Zampa from the southern end. Lovely cover drive, but straight to the extra cover fielder. Pulled away, but straight to square leg. Over the infield with a cracking shot. Couldn't get it through the field. Some well-targeted bowling in that over. Certainly something to build on. Cuts that off well in the infield. Beats the field with a great shot. Great shot through the gap. Nice shot, but straight to gully. The end of a very tidy over. Batting doesn't seem to be that easy out there at the moment. Good pressure being exerted. Dug that out well. Oh, that's cut off nicely. 4 runs saved. Finds the edge. Just got to follow up that last delivery. Found the edge, but no reward, but putting pressure on the batter. Another really good over comes to an end. The batters just haven't been able to cut loose in the last few overs. Agar from the Lockett end. Nice solid defensive shot. Smacks that away through the gap. No. Terrible shot. Straight to the fielder. Needs to be on target. Could that be out? Looks like it.